Fasten your seatbelts. It's going to be a bumpy night.
Alive! It's alive! It's alive!
Welcome to the Blacklink Collective podcast.
Oh, this is gonna be fun. We can stay up late, swapping manly stories, and in the morning, I'll make it pop.
With your host, Parker. Featuring the sultry sounds of Fred and also Alan on the board.
Let's go already!
And now, let's start the damn show.
Welcome, one and all, to the 129th edition of the BLC podcast.
129. 129 farts.
120. So many more. What's that song?
It's not a cold open, it's a cold fart.
It's a wet open.
Yeah.
929,600 farts. How many farts to fart in a fart? Like sunshine, like something. Anyway, welcome to the show. We're so glad you joined us. We've got a great show for you tonight, or we don't. We don't know yet. We'll figure it out as we go.
Yet to be seen.
Alan's remote somewhere in space. Fred's where he is, and I'm where I'm at as well. So welcome, one and all.
Shit So Studios.
That's right. It should be the name of our studio, honestly. You're 100% right about that. So let me welcome to the show, Fred.
Hey.
Hey, Fred.
Hey, Matt. Glad to be here.
Welcome.
Thank you. Look at Alan. I'm for real. You should be on NBC or CNBC or something. He's giving us a stock report.
I'm telling you, Freddie, we got to buy that stock. Make sure you buy that stock. It's a good stock. It's perfect. It's a beautiful stock.
Ladies and gentlemen, Alan on TV.
Yeah, thank you.
Hey, look at that. The sound effects travel.
Yes.
Well, welcome to the show. Obviously, we're all waking up from our Super Bowl hangover. America's unofficial holiday. And Fred, what a game it was.
What a game. That was incredible.
Full of twists and turns. Taylors and... Yes, who did the halftime show last night? I forgot already.
I think it was Usher.
Unforgettable.
He got half naked.
Usher, that's right.
He got half
Usher.
naked.
Oh, remember the part where and then he was like, oh, and I was like, whoa.
And then he did that thing and he was like,
Yeah. And I was like, oh, wow. And then I was like, oh, is that an Usher song? I didn't know that.
And he said, let it burn.
That happened a lot. Well, now that the Super Bowl's over, we can turn our eyes to more important stuff. And I don't know what Alan's looking at.
You said turn our eyes. So
I don't think that's how you turn your eyes. But anyway, so it's over. It's done. Your world champions are, of course, the
winner of the team.
Put in
Taylor and Travis got married.
Put it in, Alan. Put it in post. One, please. Your world champions are the Denver Broncos,
the New York Jets.
Yeah, that is what he would do too. But it's unfortunate, Fred, that football reminds me of something very sad, and that is the unfortunate, although probably not unexpected, passing of a dear friend.
Oh, who died?
Carl Weathers.
Oh,
yes.
Yeah.
Carl Weathers.
Jackson, man.
Friend of the show. And
no, he played in the NFL.
Yeah, I know. That's how that's called a transition.
Oh, that was your segue. Oh,
right,
okay.
Right. Because nobody cares about the football game.
He was in my favorite movie.
He was.
Predator?
No, and
Action Jackson?
Battleship. He was the general.
Oh, that's right. He was.
Oh, yeah, he was.
You're right. See, look at that. Too soon.
He was the general.
We should try to get Mario Van Peebles on so he can talk about his friend
I wonder
Carl
if he finished filming the next season of Mandalorian.
I don't know.
Like before
we'll never know. We'll never know.
We will when the next season comes out. If he's in it, he did it.
But they may not ever. They may not even release it.
Hell,
I didn't think they were doing the next season. I thought they were doing a movie.
Probably.
Was it a movie?
I don't know.
Carl Weathers. Remember when Predator fucked him up?
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, he was Apollo Creed.
Yeah.
He was Predator. Yep.
That was my first like no one was actually Jackson in that movie. He was in that movie with he was Chubbs, man.
Chubbs,
yeah,
that's the one that
Chubbs, man.
That's the one that makes me the saddest.
Yeah,
is knowing there'll never be a Happy Gilmore 2 now.
And then like he died in the movie too.
But he could.
No, he came back at the end.
He was a ghost. Like it was him, Abraham Lincoln, and the
Still
alligator.
I would have watched that. I would have watched a movie that was just.
I would have see it playing. We've only just begun to live.
And the piano's playing. He said, "See, I got my hand back."
I got my hand back. Happy.
The piano's still playing.
White lace and promises. I love that shit, man.
We're on the way.
Yeah,
it's sad. He was very beloved.
He was loved, man.
And because of that, Fred, because of his timing, we're posthumously.
Yeah.
I am electing him, and you guys, we can vote on this, of course, to the Blacklink Collective Hall of Fame.
Hall of Fame.
Hall of Famer. Yeah.
As a matter of fact, I think,
buzzer.
Yeah,
Gold
first
buzzer.
ballot Blacklink Collective Hall of Famer. Because we have ballots now, apparently.
Yep.
It's him and Ric Flair, I think, are like the only two that are in there right now.
Really?
Maybe
is it
Mario
right now?
Van Peebles. If we can get Mario Van Peebles on the show, I will automatically get him in to the Hall of Fame.
He's in the room.
Trying diligently for 2 years.
We have. I just need to call and do that.
He always has the phone in his hand.
Yeah.
He's like, nah.
I always dial all but the last number, and then I'm like, I should do this. And I slam it down and run away every time. I can't handle the fear of rejection.
Right, yeah.
You know, 'cause what happens?
Especially for Mario Van Peebles, man.
Right, because then that's the end. That shuts.
Come on.
I feel like that may be the end of the show if he's like, no. I'm like, we're done. We got to close it down. Did you know that Carl Weathers played in the CFL? I didn't know that.
No, I didn't know that. I didn't know. How long the CFL been around?
He played. He was drafted, or he was not drafted, but he played for the Oakland Raiders.
Yeah, he played for the Oakland Raiders.
Then won that in '71, and then the Raiders released him because John Madden told Weathers, "You're just too sensitive." John Madden.
You know what you should... Hey, Carl, you know what you should do? You should be an actor.
You should be an actor.
You're too sensitive. Got all these emotions. Whoo, boom, ow.
Bam.
You go over here and you twist over here, and then you act.
Yeah, I didn't know he had played in the NFL until he died.
Yeah.
And then, in a full circle turn, he narrated NFL film season recap of 1999, 2000, and the 2001 seasons.
Really?
Didn't he do like some FanDuel commercials now?
Probably.
He was like, go to the distance or something.
One thing I got to give that man credit for is he constantly found work.
Oh, yeah.
He repraised his role as Chubbs in a commercial, but I can't remember what it was for. But it was really weird.
It probably tied.
Because, like, in Happy Gilmore, no, it was something off-brand. It was like... I don't know, but you know how, like, Happy Gilmore, you could tell the arm was fake because it was, like, a little bit longer?
Yeah.
Oh, it was a little bit longer.
But this one, it was, like, way longer.
It was the PGA Tour Superstore.
Yeah, that's what it was. I knew it wasn't something like, every city has one.
Yeah.
Like, but like, that thing was like so long, man. I was like, I hope this is on purpose because that is hilarious.
I didn't realize, I only knew him as Chubbs. I didn't realize his first name was Derek in that show. The Chubbs characters.
Oh, Derek Chubbs?
Derek Chubbs Peterson.
Yeah.
Go figure.
Derek Chubbs Peterson.
That's crazy. Well, he was in a lot of movies, Fred, and for that, he gets a Blacklink Collective tip of the cap.
Yes, he does.
And also, like I said, now welcome in heaven to the Blacklink Collective Hall of Fame. Truly the greatest honor you will receive, sir.
Yeah, man.
And we appreciate your contribution to our lives.
Carl Weathers.
Now, Fred, on the heels of this movie superstar, I have to ask you a very important question. And yeah, I know you're gonna love it. And I wish Alan would have watched this but I know he didn't.
No, I don't even have
He is
Prime.
who he is.
Oh my goodness. I know where you're going with this.
But Fred, how did you enjoy your personal viewing? I hope you didn't watch it with the kids. Of the greatest movie that you should never see, probably. Saltburn.
Man.
So I watched, like I said, let me set it up. I watched Saltburn like 2 weeks ago, a week ago, whatever, because I had heard it was really good. And I saw the guy was on SNL, and I was like, I don't know who this guy is. He's a very handsome fella. And then they were like, oh, he was in Saltburn. Everybody's like, oh, Saltburn, Saltburn, Saltburn. And
which
then
one? The lead character?
The guy who played the rich guy.
Okay, yeah. I knew him from Euphoria.
Okay, see, I never watched that either.
Yeah, Euphoria. He was the dude.
Were there
like,
as many
fucking all the
penises
girls
in Euphoria as there were in Saltburn?
There were, but not as many.
Not as much.
Not as much.
Not as much screen time.
No, not as much weird shit too. Jesus
so
Christ.
I saw it, and then like because of targeted advertising, because America and the internet, it like Amazon the next morning was like, hey, Saltburn, you should watch it. And I was like, oh, man, maybe I should watch it. You're right. Like, you're 100% right. I'm going to watch it. And so I did. And I didn't regret watching it. I will say that. I thought it was a good movie. Like, the story's good.
See, I've seen that movie before.
Right.
I knew what was going to happen, like, a third way through the movie. Mm-hmm. Like, I was like, oh, this dude.
Right.
Hey, spoiler alert, we about to spoil this movie.
Hey, Alan,
we about to spoil this
ears,
movie.
Alan.
Yeah.
I'm not going to watch it.
Oh,
I knew he was gonna get the money.
He was salt burning them the whole time.
Yeah, I knew he was going after the money. So, like, I was like, I already know what's happening. He's trying to get the mama. You know what I'm saying? He gonna pit the family against each other. And, make the mom leave the dad and go after them. It didn't happen quite like that, but like I knew that's what was gonna happen. It was pretty much like what was the movie with Kevin Spacey? Casa
Oh, yeah. Usual
yeah,
Suspect.
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, like, Casa walked straight to the end. You know what I mean?
Right.
So,
but in between then and then, it was a weird vibe.
yeah.
So throughout the entire movie, I was like, this movie has a real weird vibe.
First off, when he met his little friend at the dinner table, like the guy that looked like Stephen Hawking before the wheelchair.
Right. Who could have been, because it was British.
You know what I'm saying? That dude. And then there was another weird part, like, it caught me the wrong way when he said, I remember the first time I felt the inside of my mother's throat. And I was like, what? And then he said I had to stick my fingers down her throat to make it. I was like, oh, I thought he like face fucked his mom. I was like, what?
See, Fred went straight into the movie.
That's how this movie.
Right.
Alan was like, what? And I was like, that's how this movie, yeah, dude. Like,
by the end of it, you're like, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, man.
So,
when he came up with the Ronald McDonald face in the bathtub.
Yeah.
Dude, it's so.
Well, see,
this
so
movie,
I had heard the bathtub scene. That's what everybody was like, the bathtub scene.
That is so fucking nasty, man.
It was really nasty.
Like, after we got off the meeting Tuesday, my cousin was in the house with me.
Poor Sydney.
Sydney's 20 years old.
Poor Sydney.
He's 20 years old. I was
you
like,
don't
hey,
rebound
bro.
from that.
I was like, hey, bro, I got to watch this movie for the podcast. You want to watch it with me? He's like, yeah, what is it? Saltburn. What's okay? Man, God. I said, man, kid. I'm sorry. He hates you, man.
Good. I didn't make the movie. Just for the record.
He hates you.
Well, now he sees what it's like, and he'll never move to England. He'll never move to England in the 90s.
Jesus Christ.
No, it really did. It messed with me too, man. Look, it was one of those, and by the end of it, I was like, I'm just ready for this to be over.
And I like that guy too. The
Oliver Swift or whatever his name was.
Yeah. He was in that Banshees of Inisherin.
Okay, I don't know.
Yeah, it was nominated. So this will be his like second time nominated.
I don't think Saltburn was nominated though.
It was nominated.
Oh, was it? Okay, I don't know.
Yeah, it's nominated.
Well, in our mission to watch all the things
that are nominated,
we watched. We marked that one off our list. Wish we could leave it off of the list. But it was good. It was, like I said, it had a great twist. All that shit. And by the end of it, and you're like, all right.
And the end,
like, that's over.
he's doing the dance. It's over. You know what I'm saying? He's doing it. I was like, nah, I ain't even got to watch that. I know ain't nothing else coming up after that.
There was something coming up, all right. There's a lot of something coming up.
For me.
Not for me either, but I was like, oh, there it is.
I turned it off. I was like, nah.
He keeps doing twists and turns, and that's just, they're not.
I give it to the guy, though. He was in good shape.
Yeah, good for him.
Fucking cut.
Could have used a trim downstairs. Could have used a trim, but who couldn't?
Yeah, that movie was weird, man.
Yeah, it was weird. So I give
really, really weird.
3.5 out of 5 dogs.
3 out of 5.
I'm not gonna be that serious. I'm gonna give it a chode.
No, one chode sandwich for Saltburn. It's okay. It was interesting. Go watch it at home, kids, and then tweet the show about it.
I'm not recommending you unless you like to be grossed out. I mean,
right. And speaking of that, Fred, last week we did questions from Alan's answers or Alan answers, whatever we called it, Alan's answers, something like that.
Yep.
And
Alan's
advice. There it was. And Alan's answers might be a better name, but anyway, it doesn't matter now because we're never probably gonna do it again. And we did a call. We did a call at the end of the show and said, hey, reach out to the show if you have any questions that you'd like Alan to answer for. And you know what?
Somebody reached out?
Someone reached out to us.
Oh, really?
And asked a question, and I don't think there's any better. I told them, I said, you know what? I will make sure that this gets answered on the show. So, I don't know how exactly to pronounce her name.
Okay.
But I believe it's something like Shauna from Simpsonville. Reached out to the show via text message. You can always, of course, text the show at our number. Not going to bring it out. and she said, Alan, exactly how does one go about fucking themselves? Which I feel is very appropriate after we talk about Saltburn bread.
That's watch Saltburn.
Yeah, you're not.
You watch Saltburn and that's the instruction manual for it.
I knew he was gonna fuck that dirt. I called it. Like he was laying on that dirt crying. I was like, Sydney, he gonna fuck that dirt. I was just joking, and that motherfucker pulled his pants down and started fucking the dirt, dude.
He fucked the ground.
He fucked the dirt, man. Yeah.
You just gotta watch it, Alan.
No, I don't.
I was like, yo, Sydney, he gonna fuck that dirt. And I was just joking. And that motherfucker pulled his pants down in the rain and started. He even made a hole. He made like a hole in the dirt.
You gotta find a spot.
He took his fingers and made a hole in the dirt and started fucking the dirt.
You gotta prime the dirt.
Damn. You gotta prime it.
Prime it up, baby. Wow. No, it was so funny because so for the listeners at home, like I said, I'd already seen it, and that was my own mistake. And then I don't want to say that I coerced Fred into. I kind of mentally sexually assaulted him into doing.
You told me it was a titty in there. There wasn't no titty in there.
I never said there was a titty.
You did. He said it was a titty in there, and there wasn't no damn titty in there.
I tricked you.
That's how you got Fred to watch it.
No, there was a titty in there. There was.
No.
Yes, there was.
There was a titty with a pasty on it.
No, let's go back and watch it.
Hell no.
Then I'm right.
It had a pasty on the nipple.
In the beginning there was. Well, it may have been.
No, she had a bra. She had a bra.
Titties, man.
All right, I'll watch it again right now.
I have a titty, man. I love it.
It's okay. It's all right. Well, so yeah, but then Fred. So I watched it. Like I said, the next time we had our meeting and everything, and then Fred watched it, and like as he watched it, he was texting me.
Oh yeah.
And just enough to make me know where he was at in the movie, which all it had to be was like, oh. I'm like, oh
yeah, I see the text come through.
I was like, I know exactly where he's at right now. Because I said the same damn thing.
God damn, so he was drinking that fucking bath water.
No, it wasn't. Understand, Alan, it wasn't that he was drinking the bathwater, because drinking the bathwater is gross in and of itself.
Right.
He was like going hog wild on that.
Yeah, and dude had just like jacked off in the bathtub.
Right, and he's just like,
and he just went there like face to hole.
Yeah.
I mean, it was art. The dirt. What do you expect?
Yeah,
that was
late. Yeah, that was later on.
By then you're already like, this dude's a little wackadoodle.
Yeah, that's how I knew he was gonna fuck the dirt.
It wasn't as unexpected as you would think, right? At that point, you're like, yeah, okay, I can see this happening.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man. No, it was great. It's a great movie. Man. Great movie. Should win all the Oscars. Better than Barbie, Fred? I don't know.
It probably will.
No, I watched Barbie 10 times over before I watched that again.
I haven't watched Barbie yet. Maybe I'll watch Barbie. Maybe I'll watch them side by side. Maybe I'll go back and forth. 5 minutes of Saltburn, 5 minutes of Barbie, back and forth for
Barbie was funny.
No, I do want to watch Barbie. I would like to see that. But, well, Fred, that reminds me. I feel. See, and so that's the thing. So I made you feel obligated to watch Saltburn for the show, which is a great excuse for me to ruin your life. And I'm really trying my best to do it. Just one terrible penis
movie
at a time.
Yeah.
It was one wing at a time.
What was the one about the? What was the movie you made us watch, or was that Alan made us watch?
I think Alan made us watch. Are you Snakes on a Train?
Yeah. No, it was another one with the.
Snakes on a Train was a good movie.
Yeah.
What was the other one with the was it a werewolf or a dinosaur? Velocipaster.
Yeah, Velocipaster was good.
Velocipaster. It was good and terrible. It was a terribly good movie. You know
yes.
But see that was the thing about it though. It was made to be like that.
Right.
And it was made to be terrible. Yeah, it did. It's made to be terrible. This was supposed to be good. It was terrible. It was terrible.
Right, if you know, and that's the thing. It's all about the expectations.
Yeah.
It's all about the expectations.
I'm thinking I'm going to see like, okay, this is going to be something.
Right.
You know.
Oh, and don't forget. Oh, well, I don't know. Okay. Never mind.
What? Forget what?
There was.
He said.
I don't want to say it.
You don't want to remind Fred.
I don't want to remind Fred, yeah. Because, like, on the grossness scale, the bath, of course, the dirt, yes. Then there's also the scene where he was with the lady.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was talking about, the Ronald McDonald mouth.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah. He had the... Yeah.
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
He had nature's lipstick on, if you will.
Yeah. He earned his Red Wings that night.
Sure. And I said, are you from
He's
Detroit?
sitting in there, look like, who was that had the lipstick?
What did you just say? Are you from Detroit?
Yeah, because he's a Red Winger. See? No, yeah, he did definitely look like it. Wasn't that John Wayne Gacy or whatever? Puts the
who bucket, did that? Had
lotion in the bucket.
Put the lipstick all on his face.
I thought that was.
I can't remember what that was. But yeah, that's what it was.
Yelling. If you know what movie that is, tweet the
all
show.
over.
It was a great movie. Best movie. Best movie. It should definitely win Best Sound Design this year. That's why I watched it. I watched it for the sound design.
For the sound. I was just watching it for the continuity.
That's right. I just wanted to see the credit sequence. I felt
I wish I wasn't such a cinephile.
Right? Got me again. Saltburn. And that's the thing, really, I just watched it for the titular line, because that's what it's all about. And
are you guys going to watch Roadhouse when it comes out?
I
do want to see that.
Do you? Yeah. I saw the trailer for it today.
I like Gosling, man.
Gosling's not in it.
That's Jake Gyllenhaal.
Jake Gyllenhaal, that's what I was saying.
But you like him too, because they're all the same.
Jake Gyllenhaal.
They all look the same. He's got ugly tits.
I'm sure there's going to be boobies in that movie.
Yeah, Maggie Gyllenhaal got some ugly tits.
No,
yeah, I'm sure there's going to be boobies.
Oh yeah, I'm most definitely.
It's Roadhouse.
It's Roadhouse.
Well, when does that come out? That comes out in April, March.
I don't know. I know it's in Prime. It's coming straight to.
Oh, it's not. It's not going to the theaters.
Yeah, I thought it was going straight to Prime.
Let's see, Roadhouse. 1989.
Steaks and peanuts.
Yeah. Get them yeast rolls.
Yeah.
Jake Gyllenhaal stars as a yeast roll baker.
That's a man with a peanut allergy.
Who can only get a job at a place that they literally throw peanuts at him every night. That's how he learns to fight.
Roadhouse.
It's released on March 8th of this year. So right around the Oscars. Look at that.
Not a month.
Because the Oscars are the 11th, right? Didn't we say that? I think we said that.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
It is award season.
It's true. It's that time of year already. Thank goodness.
Yeah, I watched the Grammys.
Did you watch the Grammys? How'd the Grammys go? Who won the Grammys?
It was decent. It was decent. I liked Luke Combs and
Tracy Chapman.
Tracy Chapman did Fast
Very good.
Car.
That was good.
That was.
I did
good.
watch
and I didn't like his version of it.
No.
Like
no.
I was like, ugh. And then they told his like story about like why he did the song, and I was like, then they did it together, and I was like, okay, give you a pass.
So why he do the song?
Well, he said growing up, like
had
that was
car.
his favorite song. My daddy had a fast car.
So I wrote it.
And Parker had one. That 6,000 was fast.
That's right.
He said
I gotta
that
take it
you know
anywhere.
his that was his favorite song growing up, and that was like one of the first songs he learned on guitar. And you know, he's like, it's just always been a favorite. He's like, when they were doing the album, they were like, you know, any songs you want to do or whatever. He's like, how about Fast Car? Can I just do a cover of Fast Car just to do it? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's where it came from.
And Tracy Chapman's like, who is Luke Combs?
Exactly.
No, the way she was looking at him though, like he was just because I guess he was like enamored to be on stage with her singing. So he was all like,
yeah, she's like,
she's like, I got a fast car.
Yeah, she's like, Saltburn.
White boy singing my song.
yeah, right? Yeah. Stripping the soul from this song. Yeah. Because that's what made that song so good. And like that's why I don't care for his version as much, because like it's the like emotion of that song.
Right, yeah.
That makes it so good. And you feel like the desperation and all that like
I always thought the song sucked.
Well, no, I'll say when I was a kid, I felt the same way. Like when I was younger, I was like, this song is not awesome. Why do people love it? But then as I've gotten older and listened to it again, I'm like, holy shit, I totally get it.
Yeah.
Like,
you gotta see it. And that was me, because I've always had an old soul. So like I felt that shit when it came out. And I was 10.
Yeah.
Like
well, it was no different when that song came out. That was in the middle of the 80s glamour metal.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like, holy shit. You know, it was that, and you listen to that on the radio, and then Prince.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like, what the?
Which, how do you guys think Usher's halftime show compares to Prince's halftime show? Compared, I mean.
Not even.
I think it's gonna be good, but like I mean,
I think
Usher's
it was
got
good.
hits.
Oh yeah, I think.
I mean, it was great. Yeah.
Remember when?
I mean, but it don't top Prince. It don't.
No, Prince in the rain. It was fucking raining and shit. Mm-mm.
Do you know why the NFL does these big halftime shows now?
Because they want to waste time.
Because of A Living Color.
Really?
Because
of the show or the group?
1991.
Good question.
No, the show.
Okay, I didn't know. I mean,
Cult of Personality.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Right.
They were awesome.
They were awesome. But 1991, In Living Color decided to do a live show during the halftime of the Super Bowl.
Okay.
And took like all the viewers away from whatever channel Super Bowl was on then. And so the next year the NFL was like, fuck you, we got Michael Jackson.
Oh, there you go.
At halftime. You know what I'm saying? And, like Michael Jackson was the first like big
awesome,
halftime halftime
That's
show.
good to know. I didn't even realize. I never even thought about that.
I didn't know it either.
Dirty like that, man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, they got to get their money, man. You know, they don't make any money.
Yeah.
Give those poor guys a break.
Yeah, they don't.
Those poor old Goodells. They don't get any money. They don't have any. No one even knows what they do exactly. What do you guys think? And I know what like I said, the NFL season's over, but I just want to know, what do you guys think about, like, I keep hearing it, and the more I hear it, the more it makes me like irrationally angry, because I really truly don't care that much. Once my team's out, it's whatever. But like, of all these people who are like, the NFL scripted, the NFL scripted.
That's bullshit.
Dude, how can
remember they used to say that about the NBA?
Yeah.
Well, I do kind of believe that a little bit.
The NBA, they're going to 5 games or 7 games. It was like, could it be that the team had the second win? It's like, we don't want to lose?
Yeah. Well, I mean, NBA would be easier to do it.
Oh,
Right,
it is.
'cause you
You
only
know what
got
I'm saying?
five
It'd be
people to,
way
like,
easier
yeah.
to do it in the NBA.
Right.
But like, yeah,
No, you gotta
NFL,
get get all them guys to agree.
Yeah,
Right.
You really do.
I tend to agree with that. That I don't think it's feasible that it be scripted, and I also don't really know how you could, like I said, that play in the AFC or NFC Championship game where he threw it, the guy went to intercept it, and it bounced off his head,
Yeah.
and the other dude caught it and ran in for a touchdown. I'm like, how do you do that?
Insane.
How is that even possible?
Insane.
AI.
Yeah,
So,
you could.
AI, that's right. That's right. Somebody, I did hear somebody say like, "Oh yeah, this was all recorded months ago." And I'm like, that's not how any of this works.
It's not the moon landing, man. Come on.
I'm like,
All
you
the
can see
fans in the
people
stands are
yeah.
digitalized.
Yeah.
Right. Or they were there months ago, and they just promised not to say
They all
anything.
AI generated. They all have 6 fingers.
Yeah.
3 arms each.
Yeah.
I saw that shit. My man, 3 arms.
Yeah.
That shit ain't real.
Poor guys. Just like our
It
show.
looked real though. If you didn't have 3 arms, you wouldn't
but
believe
for a minute,
it.
That's crazy. It's like they can make it look so real, but they can't get
real.
hands and arms.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
come on.
I mean, in fairness, hands and arms, especially hands, are like the hardest things to draw as a person.
What?
Like it's
5
really
fingers?
hard to draw hands. Yeah, it's hard to do that. It's hard to draw hands good. Or
But,
well, whatever.
I mean,
That's what,
even if the hands looks like shit, they should have 5 fingers, not 6.
Well, that's robots don't know. They don't have hands.
Some people have 6 fingers.
That's true. Think
My
about that.
mom's
Inigo
old
Montoya
boyfriend
knows
had
them.
12 fingers.
Really?
Yeah, he had.
No wonder she was always smiling.
Why'd she let him go? Yeah. What do you call the 6th finger? Is it like
I don't know.
dinky?
Oh, okay. I actually
That's
know.
stinky.
You said 12 fingers. I actually was thinking 12 on each. 24. I was thinking 24. So I was like, how the fuck did that happen?
Did y'all? I bet y'all still didn't see anything everywhere all at once.
No, I need to see.
Oh God damn it!
It's
man.
on my list. Is that?
I mean, I started it, but I
Christ. Did you get to the hot dog hands?
I can watch it on
You gotta at
Prime.
least get to the hot dog hands.
All right, I'll watch it. I'll watch it this week for you, Fred.
At least I'm giving you a good suggestion.
But that was a good. That would.
Well, allegedly, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's true or
I
not.
don't know. Hot dog hands may freak you out.
Triggers me. Now I'm triggered, and all I can think about is having sex with dirt again. All right, we'll take a quick break. We'll be back with more of the BLC podcast.
The Blacklink and Collective podcast will return after a word from our sponsors.
Welcome back to the 129th episode of the BLC podcast. We are so glad you're still with us after all that burning salt.
Salt burning.
I still wonder why. I mean, I guess it was the name of the place, which is a weird name. But anyway, we're
Well,
going
it's
to move
England,
past it.
man. They have all that.
They do have weird names for places, don't they?
Yeah.
Like Stropfordshire.
Yeah.
I heard somebody today was saying something in
Ebbenfootshire.
Welsh, which I don't even know what Welsh really is, but apparently it's like a wackadoodle language. 'Cause
Wasn't
he was-
didn't the dude from the Shrewsbury biscuit?
he's close to Welsh land.
He's close to the Welsh. Like you
Right.
kill a man on the bridge
Right, you kill the bridge. Yeah,
with the
I
bow
remember
and
that story.
arrow,
Yep,
midnight,
that's it.
something like that.
Every night.
Full moon.
Every night.
Kill a Welshman.
Who doesn't? I don't know. But yeah, no. But I heard him like they were like it was some show and they were like, tell us where you're from in Welsh land or whatever, and the guy was like, and like and Hugh Jackman was on it. And he's like, I've been trying to get him to say I've been trying to learn to say that for months, and I can't say it. And then it was crazy. It was like a weird place. I couldn't do it. Exactly. Well, you know what they have a lot of? Worcestershire sauce. Yeah,
Worcestershire
exactly.
sauce.
You know what they have a lot of in Welchville, Fred?
What's that? What do you got?
Food places. I assume. And Alan's here to tell everybody about his food shits.
Yes, my food shits. Well, let me see. Food shits.
So Alan's on the road, ladies and gentlemen. He's touring the country of South Carolina.
Yeah, touring the country.
He's touring
the low country.
Left and right.
I am touring the low country. Yeah, I am.
Left and right and up and down and backwards and forwards. He's been all over. He's been everywhere.
I love it. I love it that they call it the low country.
Yeah.
It's low.
It's low, man. It's I mean, it'll flood in a second.
Right.
Really?
That's because Columbia used to be the beach, and that's why it's all sandy there. And so all that, everything from Columbia out used to be underwater.
Really?
And that's why it's called the Low Country, yeah.
I mean, it'll flood in a second. It'll
it's flooding right now.
Well, it is actually. We're under a coastal flood warning because of the tide. And around 2 o'clock in the afternoon, if you open up the manholes, because we had to check the manholes, they were full of water.
Really? It is Saltburn all over.
Yeah, it was full of water. And I was like, well, shit. And I was like, okay. You know?
See, now Alan really does need to watch it because what he just did.
You got to get the reference.
Well, yeah, because it's underwater. It's below sea level.
And then one of the guys that was working was like, yeah, wait a couple hours. And we did wait a couple hours, open up the manhole, dry.
Dry, yeah.
Nothing worse than a dry manhole, though, Fred. In my experience.
You get better access to it.
You do you get a better view when it's dry.
That's crazy.
Well, that's good to know. So, Alan, tell us what you're wining, dining, and 69ing down there in the Low Country.
Well, there's a place.
Other than manholes.
Well, there's a place called Maryland's Fried Chicken.
Maryland, the state.
Yeah, like Maryland's, Maryland.
Maryland.
Perfect sense as to why it'd be in South Carolina.
I thought it was like a woman named Marilyn.
Right. I thought it was too. When he told me, I was like, "Oh, Maryland, she seems nice."
No. And it was old school. It's a hole in the wall. Had chicken and waffles. Really? And it was just like the one in Vegas. It had chicken and waffles, and they gave you Hawaiian punch to drink.
There you go. Soul food, baby.
Yeah,
and it was right next to a soul food place. Like I mean, you had here, and you could actually walk in through it and go to a soul food place right next to it. And then right next to that, there was another place called the Chicken Shack.
Jesus.
They're all like right next to each other. The Chicken Shack just does chicken.
Sure.
The soul food place does soul food with seafood and all that. And then Maryland's chicken
also does chicken.
Does chicken, but does the chicken and waffles. And
I guess they said, why make people go three different places, when they want. They just walk past here and have all these decisions.
Yeah.
They can say chicken, or chicken.
Yeah.
And the thing is, you go to Maryland's Fried Chicken, and you're like, I want a bucket of fish. They're like, all right, you pay for it there, and they go next door and get the bucket of fish.
Hey, that's business, baby.
It's fucking awesome, man. They do it right. They do it right.
That's one thing I know Alan did not ask for, though, because he does not eat.
No, I don't eat seafood. But,
But it eat shrimp, Fred, and shrimp are delicious.
I'm going to Maryland's Chicken to get
some fish.
Roscoe's Seafood.
Yeah.
Yes. And the thing is, it's on the menu. It's on there. There's a bucket of fish. And I saw one guy ask for a bucket of fish. And she's like, all right, it'll be $15. And he paid for it. And she
I was just saying a bucket of fish is like a KFC bucket with fish tails sticking out of it.
With like fish bones, like it was in the cartoons with a head and then like a spine and a tail. Yeah.
They had a bucket of fish. It was like a bucket of fish. They had the bucket of, it was a bucket of chicken. You can buy a bucket of chicken, which was 9 pieces. And then you could get the chicken and waffles. And basically it was like like the country kitchen type.
Yeah, is it chicken on the bone or like tenders or something?
No, it's chicken. It's chicken wings. Like
it's chicken wings. Yeah,
chicken on the bone, baby.
Yeah, and they give you Hawaiian Punch to drink. You know, you can get Pepsi or Coke, but
sure,
right?
You get Hawaiian Punch.
Who sells Hawaiian Punch? You know what I'm saying? You gotta get the Hawaiian Punch.
It probably was. It's probably Welch's.
Yep. But it was good. It was good. It was cheap. I recommend it. Now parking sucks. So if you go there, don't park in Maryland's Fried Chicken. Park on the soul food side.
Hey, this is what the listeners are asking for, Fred.
Park on that side and then walk over to Maryland's, which is about 50 feet.
Yeah.
Because all the buildings are all together.
Right. Yeah,
yeah,
probably owned by the same people. They probably all share the same grease.
Yeah, it's all the same.
Yeah, I would think so. It's
a good call on their part. Well, so what do you give? What's your Alan's food shit record? I don't know what his rating system is.
Well, I mean, the Maryland's fried chicken, I'd give it a. I give it a 5 out of 5, man.
5 out of 5.
5 farts? 5 farts? 5 out of 5 farts.
That was just one.
No, I did the.
I thought he was going to do it 5 times. There you go. Oh, no.
Oh, it's like,
that's a hard.
Low on gas.
It's hard. Long fart.
5 farts, man.
5 farts.
You'll have a grumpy if you get to that 5th one.
That's right. By then,
you're pushing it.
You're going to wish there was a shared restroom.
Now, the other 2 places, I didn't eat at the Chicken Shack.
It's not too late.
And I may get some chicken to go home.
There you go.
Maybe tomorrow. But the soul food place, I mean, they had the seafood.
I bet they had good collards.
I'm sure they did. They had they did have the bucket. They have a bucket of everything. No, they had a bucket of macaroni and cheese. They had a bucket of macaroni.
It's the South. There's no such thing as a helping. You get a bucket.
Our only serving size is bucket.
So we can only
that bucket.
When we bought the place.
That's what made it awesome. It was like you go in there and you're like, because I remember I looked at it and I said, a bucket of fish. And I was like, damn, a bucket of fish. And some guy was like, I have a bucket of fish and I have this. And she's like, all right, honey. And got the money. And she got, because you got to go next door and get the bucket of fish. And she goes, yeah, we got the bucket of fish. I was like, holy shit, this is smooth.
Hey, they know what they're doing. Good for them. Good for them. And that reminds me, Fred, tonight's episode of the Blacklink Collective Podcast is sponsored by the Trophy Club. This week at the Trophy Club, and this is real, Fred.
This is like the real Trophy Club?
Yeah, this is the real place. This week at the Trophy Club, steak and lobster buffet for $10.
Yep.
That's right, steak and lobster buffet for $10. But ladies and gentlemen, the crabs are free. I wrote a joke for that.
Like on my route, I drive past that place and I saw the sign out there.
Yeah, you saw it too, and I was like, "That they got to sponsor the show."
I was like, "That's a deal," and to get a titty too. Shit, that's the only.
That's the one I was like driving by, and I was like, and I saw that, I was like, "Oh, steak and lobster buffet for $10," and I was like, "Oh, the crabs are free. Got to put it on the show." Like, that's a joke. We're in. They made it. Wow. So go see the Trophy Club. It's the last naked place in Greenville.
It is the last naked place, right?
Right? Is it? I don't know.
Yeah, because Platinum became a church.
They don't get naked.
Yeah, because
they get topless.
Topless.
They get topless.
Yeah.
But there's another topless. There's another topless bar right across the street.
Is there?
What, the landing strip?
Lust.
Oh, Lust. Ooh.
Yeah,
no,
ladies
the Trophy Club is the landing strip now.
Right.
Trophy Club is the landing
right by
strip by the airport. Yeah, and then across Hayward Road, on top of the hill is Lust.
Right, Fred.
The landing strip, because that's what they used to call it when they shaved. The landing strip.
You never did that, Alan, where you're like, "Hey, coming in for a landing." Oh,
landing strip. Hell yeah, I did.
I'm in the water. The jets are powered down too soon. So, well, Fred, that reminds me. Speaking of the Trophy Club and the landing strip, or the Lust. You know who hangs out there, Fred, a lot?
Who that?
Is hobos. Do they let hobos in there?
Lust?
They got no money.
Well, somebody's got to clean up the loads.
Yep. The loads. Didn't they, what was the one off of 385? A Platinum. Platinum.
That was Platinum.
That's the church
That's
now.
the church now.
That's the church now. Yeah.
That's the
Still,
church.
one of the funniest jokes I ever heard was when they said, like, imagine all the people from the church going in there, like, oh, this is what it looks like inside. I've never seen this.
It looks like when it's
Like having to pretend, yeah.
on.
Right. All I know is that place had a pizza buffet, and we went one time for somebody's bachelor party, and all of us, like regular guys, were like, oh, I'm not touching that pizza buffet. And one of our buddies was like, showed up with like 7 slices of pizza on a plate, and he's like, this is the best fucking pizza in the world. Like, you're here way too much if you're enjoying the pizza.
No, I went there one time and I sprained my ankle. Like I got so drunk, like the partition. There was a partition like where you walk in, and that had that half wall.
Yeah.
And I got drunk and shit, and I tried to like hurdle that wall, and I came down on the other end, and I was like, they fucking wouldn't let me in one time because back in the day I used to have braids in my hair.
Yeah.
And they said I could not come in because I had braids in my hair. Now, this is the 90s. You know what I'm saying? They said I couldn't come. And then, like, as I'm standing at the door, here comes this big, slovenly, like, chili stains on his T-shirt dude walking into the door.
Probably that guy.
The doorman opens the door for him. Come on in. I said, you gonna let that bum in there?
Well, back then you didn't have to
you
be
won't
PC,
let me.
Fred.
I was like,
Because you were a thug, man.
Yeah, nah, because I was black. They would. That was like a time. At a time, they were like not letting black
you were
people.
A thug.
Yeah, they were not letting black people in the club. They would make up rules like you couldn't wear baggy pants or your hat backwards. You couldn't have a hat on.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah,
that was the 90s. You see, the 90s, black people didn't have money. That's what it was.
Yeah.
They
would not let you. It was a couple clubs like that. They wouldn't let you.
Yeah, you're right. Before that, it was characters, and even then, I remember going in there a few times and only being white people in there and being like, "This is weird."
And Game Time across the way.
I mean, I got into a fight in Game Time once, and it was bad.
Good times.
I did, man. I broke a full stick on a guy's back. Oh, man, that shit was crazy.
Roadhouse.
It was like real
Allen's Roadhouse.
Man, it was like 25, like 6'5" black guys after my ass, man. I ran like a little bitch, man. I mean, I slung around as much as I could, but I said, when I heard it, let's get the small brown guy. I was like,
fast as fast could be.
Hell yeah. Got to the house as fast as I could because I went out that night and I got home early. They're like, what happened? I was like, nothing.
Where everybody else at? I don't know.
They'll never catch me. Well, Fred, you told me you had an interesting run-in.
I did.
An unhoused person, potentially.
I did. So I was out working the other week, and I'm in the middle of like one of the busiest roads in Greenville.
It's never gonna end now.
And like I'm out there doing my thing, and I'm sweeping the ground like with my meter and everything. I'm looking for the lines that run in the road, and like I was like, oh shit, there's like $1 on the ground.
I know.
Like in a plastic bag with some trash, like an empty potato chip bag, and like just trash, you know. And I was like, well, I'm gonna be a good citizen and pick this trash up. and take that $1. So I picked the bag up, and I can't find what I'm looking for. So I go back over to my car, and then I had an idea in my head, and I was like, maybe the thing I'm looking for is over here. So I go back out into the road, but up the street a little bit.
Yeah. And
I'm looking, I still can't find it. Whatever. I turn around, and I see this homeless dude standing in the middle of the road with a sign. And I was like, oh, shit. Right where I found that bag of trash and the
that's
$1.
where he was stashing his money.
That's where he had put his money. And I was like, oh, shit, I just took this goddamn homeless man.
Robbed a homeless man.
Stole from a homeless man. Damn
I did, man. Like, he was like a real, like, skinny looking
crime.
dude, too. You know what I mean? And
Man, you should have left your dreads on. You should have.
so I felt bad, and I had took the dollar out of the bag or whatever, and I felt bad. I had it in my pocket, and I was like, man, I'm gonna get this man his dollar back. So I'm walking back down there, and he doesn't see me coming because he's standing in the middle of the road with his eyes closed.
Sure.
And like,
Yeah, I mean, he's trying to kill himself because they took his last dollar. They took his last dollar. He's trying to kill himself.
So I walk up to her, and I get like pretty much down there face to face with him, and I'm like, hey, man. And he jumped back because I started, like I said, his eyes
because you were out, out of your car.
You know what I mean? And I gave him the dollar. Now, this dollar is very recognizable because it's like really old, and it looked like it had been scrubbed off a little bit. It was more white than green. You know what I mean?
You know what they've been doing with that dollar?
I mean, I don't know, but I gave it back to him, and I walked back over to my car, and I'm sitting
Where's
in my
my
car.
plastic bag?
Next thing I know, he crosses the street and starts coming back to the car, towards the car, and I'm like, oh shit, man. He recognizes that was his dollar. You know what I'm saying?
He's like, dude, give me another dollar.
Oh, did you play it off like you were giving him a dollar?
Yeah, I was playing it off like I was like, here's a dollar, man. You know what I'm saying?
You were like, no,
You're like, here, have a dollar.
I wasn't. No, I wasn't going to admit. I'm not admitting that I stole the dollar. I'm just giving this man a dollar back.
Oh
a dollar.
my God.
Look at Fred, a hero.
And he done looked at that dollar and recognized that it was the dollar that he already had. He remembered the serial.
Like 803. Fuck that guy.
So he's coming over to the car, and I'm like, please don't come over to the car. Please don't come over to the car. The next thing you know, he stops at the curb, and he bends down and picks up a cigarette butt and then walks back.
That was Fred's. That was
So he saw a cigarette butt the whole way. He had his eyes closed.
I don't know,
He
man.
didn't see you coming. He was like,
he's got
cigarette
priorities,
butt.
Alan. The man has priorities, Alan.
I'm so glad. I was like, oh my God.
That's so funny. You're like, I stole, and then you were the hero as well. And you know, after that, he was like, where was that bag of dollar that I had?
Yeah, what was that? It had a $half in it too.
Oh, you didn't give him that back, though?
No, I didn't give him that back.
Like,
He really
I got to get a tip off
Hey,
this.
man, I got $1.50, like literally.
You know, it
$1.50.
surprises me how many people will stop in like around here and give a homeless like if they're standing there like that, they'll just stick money out the window and they'll like.
Yeah.
I've seen it happen. I mean, it's like every time. I don't do it.
I won't give him money unless like I want him to get away from me.
Right. I did give one lady scammed me, I think, and that's fine. You know, sometimes in life you just got to get scammed.
Yeah, you get
and it's
scammed.
okay. But she was at the corner of somewhere, like by a food line or something.
Yeah.
And she had a sign that's like a mother of two, and she had like two kids sitting in a thing. She's like, no
See,
money,
I
blah,
don't
blah,
like
blah.
that
And I was
shit
like,
either.
God dang it, man! Like I can't do it. I have to give.
I don't
her
like that when they use the kids.
right,
man.
and that's why I was like, but son of a
that's-
bitch. But they were
that's
out there,
deplorable.
those poor kids.
Hey,
Well, that's
that
the
was
thing. But I
called
was like,
police.
but that was the thing too. Is I'm like, okay, if this is the case, if this is what she says it is,
Right.
I would be a terrible person for not giving her any money. Like, I had a couple bucks cash on me. I think I gave her like $10.
But see, that's the thing. You don't know.
You don't, and so I had to take the chance.
Fuck him.
Yeah.
And again, I'll give my wife credit because my wife is like she's the one. I agree with you, Alan. Typically speaking, I say fuck them.
Yeah.
But she was like, well, what would happen if they really were and then you didn't? Wouldn't you be a dick? And I'm like, God.
Yeah, I'll be a dick
would.
because somebody else will be nice.
Okay, well, Alan, you almost got into a fight with a homeless person. So,
Yeah, because he stole my phone that was in my pocket.
oh, dude, okay. I got to tell you this story, Fred. It's too funny not to tell you. So, but anyway,
This
like I
story
said,
is awesome.
props to my wife because she has made me a softer, gentler man. So, got to give her credit where credit's due. That being said, usually if there are homeless people around, she's the sucker that they're like, "Oh, because they can spot you."
There you go. Yeah,
they can spot a sucker.
They smell them. They smell it on you.
Yeah, they do.
They smell it on you.
And every time we're like in Nashville
like
or
kindness.
somewhere, yeah, and I'm like, no, like just turn this way, let's go. Like don't look back. Don't look back.
Yeah, don't take it to Atlanta. You guys will go.
Yeah, I was just about to say that, man. If you go to Atlanta, don't get out your car.
No,
because within the first 5 minutes, somebody gonna come up to you.
Yep, somebody's gonna sucker you. Yep. But so we were in Florida. Where were we at? What part of Florida? I don't even know. Like St. Petersburg.
We went for Matt's bachelor. It was
St. Petersburg, I believe.
Yeah.
And excuse me. And we're like, for some reason, it was like we were like, hey, we're gonna go shopping for our various significant others while we're here. Right. We're gonna get them like a little something. We went to a couple antique stores and stuff like that because we're manly men. We could have went to the strip club and fought a lion, but yeah, we were salt burning.
Busy fighting with the neighbors.
That's true. And we were like, we're gonna go look at these antique stores because our buddy who was getting married was like, oh, they have the greatest antique stores here in Florida because all the people are antiques. So everything they have, it's the truth. And so we're there, and I did find a really nice vase, by the way, but that's not the point. So it was only $10. What a deal! But so we're there and everything, and all of a sudden, like things are going down, and Alan is like, "God, where's my phone?" And like we were outside smoking a cigarette, I believe, at the time, and he's like, "Where's my phone?" And we're like,
completely sober.
Man. Yeah, middle of the day, like dude, like not even completely sober for that time of day.
Yeah,
so
we're completely sober, drink-wise.
Maybe a little stoned, yeah, but generally sober.
Right.
And so, because we were driving, and so Alan's like, God, where's my phone, man? I can't find it. And we're like, I don't know, dude. He's like, do I give it to you? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't think so. And he asked, there's like 8 of us. And so he asked like everybody, 7 or 8.
Where's my phone?
And nobody knows. And we're calling his phone. And he's like walking around. He's like, I can hear it. And like this started out in the store, so he went in the store to look, and then like he came back out, and he's like, "I can hear it, man." And I was like, "Okay." And just at that same time, like this dehomed gentleman was walking by, and he was like, "Hey, can I buy him a cigarette?" And I think we gave him one, I believe.
Yeah.
And then I kind of honestly died. I should let Alan tell over here. So Alan, I'm gonna let you take it from there.
So I was like, wait a minute, that motherfucker took my phone because we had given him a cigarette, and the thing was he was standing next to me, right, and I could hear my phone, and he's right next to me, and I'm like, motherfucker, you got my phone. He's like, no, I don't got your phone. So he was like, dude, I'm gonna take off.
Yeah, you could tell he was like, oh shit, something's going wrong.
Yeah.
And so he just turned and started walking away.
I was like, whoa, wait, where the fuck are you going? And I was gonna kick his ass, man. I was like, dude, that motherfucker's got my phone.
This like 60-year-old African American homeless person.
Oh yeah, I was gonna tear him up, man.
And remember Joel, who's been on the show before, was the one who like took the lead.
Oh yeah,
he was like going to protect Alan, and so he like ran after the guy and was like ready to fight him.
Oh yeah,
and then like Alan's like they're threatening him with the guy, and the guy's just like, man, I don't know, and like we're trying to get away, and then all of a sudden Alan, like, I swear to God, dude, it was the funniest fucking thing. Out of nowhere, Alan like reaches and touches his back pocket, and he's like, oh. He forgot that his pants had back pockets.
Back pockets.
And that's where his phone was the whole time.
So, the poor guy standing next to me, I'm hearing my phone thinking it's him and it's my back pocket.
So funny. Felt so bad for the guy. I think we gave him like a whole pack of cigarettes after.
Yeah, I gave him another cigarette or something. I felt bad for him.
I'm so sorry. It was so funny though. We were like, that was the thing, dude. We were freaking out for a minute there. Good times. Good times. That's what the show's all about.
Yeah.
So we all got our bum stories, Fred. That was all of us.
Yeah, fucking bum stories.
I had a bum trick me just the other day, as a matter of fact. I went in, one guy was standing out there. There's like a gas station near our house or near my work. And there's always a lot of like homeless or dehomed people there trying to be right.
Why is that a thing?
Because that's what they say.
Homeless
has a connotation.
No, homeless, that's what they are.
Right.
It has a connotation of what?
Dehomed is the proper term.
How do you know he ever had a home?
Well, I'm sure at some point he had a home.
How did
you think he was born on the streets?
Well, homeless, he doesn't have a home. He's
I was
homeless.
born on the streets.
He's like the gypsy woman. She's
And then you also found a place to sleep. So
la da dee, la da da, la da dee, la da da.
Damn.
there you go. See,
I'm stuck in the
You did
80s. Damn.
So he was like, "Hey man," and like he seemed like a nice enough guy. He's like, "Hey man, could you give me something to eat?" And like and we talked about it, I don't want to give people homeless people just money, but if they're like, "Hey man, could you give me some food?" I'll totally give them some food. Like I understand, like that's important, you know.
Food
so I was like, "Yeah, dude, I got you. I'll get you some food." Like so, I went and got him like a. I think he asked for like a bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich or something from this gas station, and I was like, "Oh, okay." And I went in, they didn't have it, so I got him like sausage, egg, and cheese, which they did have. And he was cool with that. He was all right with that. And then, but like by the time I got out there, he must have told like his bum friends that he's like, I got one on the line. Because like by the time I got back out there, there were like 2 other dudes hanging out with him. And I was like, here's your sandwich, man. You know, good luck to you. Have a good day. And his buddy was like, hey man, could you give me something too? And I was like, you need some food or whatever? And he's like, man, honestly, I just really need a pack of cigarettes. And I'm like, dude, I'm not gonna buy you a fucking pack of cigarettes.
Hell no.
And he's like, I'm down to my last one. And he was all shaky. And it was all rolled up and shit. Yeah, I'm like, not a good habit to have if you're homeless. But then again, I'm like, dehomed, sorry. But then again, like at the same time, I'm like, what else would you do all day? Like, you really can't. I mean, you get drunk, I guess, and do meth and like smoke cigarettes.
No,
but see, I would have gotten them cigarettes because he was honest.
I did. I bought them back.
I've had
hell no. Cigarettes is like $10.
They were $10. Yeah.
Yeah. When I go to New York and they'd be like homeless and they'd be like, "Hey, dude, I want to get fucked up. You got some money so I can get fucked up?" I was like, "Fucking hey, you're being honest. You're not telling me your kids are sick,
right?
You know, here, have some money."
Right. I appreciate that actually.
You know, and the same thing with cigarettes. I mean, I'm going to spend $10 on a meal for them. Might as well give them the fucking cigarettes. Right. They're honest.
Yeah.
Get him what he wants. It's fine.
You know, don't give me the sob story about your children and all that shit.
Don't tell me. Yeah, don't hold up a sign that says that, and then
then you're gonna go and now if you're gonna be like, hey, I need to get some weed, I'll be like, motherfucker, you got to share.
Nothing better than passing.
We got crack in it.
Yeah, got crack in it. Yeah,
shit.
It's like you may not like this. Too late now.
Now we're friends forever.
Right, now
that would suck if you like that one homeless follow you everywhere. No, fuck that.
Now we both have herpes together.
Yeah, you want to go to Western Sizzling?
Like this bridge has got some great views.
I'm buying
the bridge.
I'm buying. Yeah. I'm buying.
That's too funny. So that's it. Yeah, I think that's let's homeless people, if you're listening, hit us up.
Yes. Just be honest.
Nowadays, everybody has phones, Fred.
Shit.
Even homeless people have phones.
Yeah.
Dehomed people. God damn it, dehomed people.
They're homeless to me. They're homeless.
Dude, I've caught myself now, and this is just where the world is. I try to keep and I understand that, and I try to be like understanding people, and like so I'm trying to like.
But people got to be understanding of you too.
Sure, and they are. I think
they got to know that. Hey, look, sometimes
I think if you're trying,
I'm going to say homeless. I'm,
Right. So we were watching.
I'm too old to be trying to change.
We were watching a 12 and or a 10 and under basketball game the other night before our game, which we won't talk about. But it's okay. They did great. Good kids. Great attitudes. Not great basketball skills, but great attitudes. And that'll take you farther in life than any basketball will ever take you, I assume. So, because basketballs don't go very far. But anyway, so we're watching, and there's like a person, and they're really, really good. Like it's an 8 and under team, and it's a person with very long hair, like really long hair, with like a headband on, and they're killing them. This person is killing the other team, just by themselves. And so, like, Jack was with me, and he was like, Dad, like, they're really good. And I was like, oh, yeah, she is. I mean, he or she is. Because I didn't know. You know what I mean? Like, it was hard to tell. Because, at 8 years old, like, they all look the same.
Yeah, they are.
And, and I was like, he or she definitely is. And one of the people in front of me was like, it's a he. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. Like, I feel really awkward now that you corrected me. But I was like, well, if it is a she, she's killing these motherfuckers. And, it was just one of those things. I do that now. I try to be.
No, I don't.
It'd be day. If I don't know, I'd say day. Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not quite to the day yet. I'm working on it.
You're too.
But, I mean, that's a general pronoun.
I like
for
he or she.
People.
I like to
No, I can't. You can't have he or she. There's like 20,000 genders now.
There's not 20,000.
All right, there's 19,750.
Fair enough.
So they're they.
I mean,
I don't know. Actually, now that I said that, it's like that just kind of
right. It just feels weird to me. It's okay.
they?
It's
yeah, exactly. They're pretty good.
Hey, yeah, they are.
Like they are killing this other team by themselves.
Yeah, but
That's what.
But you see, it's one person individually. So,
Right.
you know what? The show's almost ending. I don't want to talk. I gotta think now.
Fair enough. Too late for that. All right. Well, we hope you guys enjoyed the Super Bowl. We hope you enjoyed our Super Bowl special, which obviously had nothing to do with the Super Bowl at all, except for the fact that the San Francisco 49ers won the game in dramatic fashion, and it was not scripted at all. Do you think that I don't think they're going to get married? Kelsey.
No, of course not.
They already got married. They got married after the game.
That's right after the Super Bowl. They got married. Yeah,
I don't think it's going to last.
Super Bowl.
I don't think it's going to last. I don't think.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, and the show's not going to last either. Just like their marriage, the show's destined to fail.
It's over.
With that note, we're going to get out of here. We'll see you next week on a brand new episode of the BLC Podcast. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
See they later.
Yeah, I'll see you later.
BLC them.
Yes.
We are laughing. And we are very good friends. Good buddy, sharing a special moment.
That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over.
Just hang loose, blood. She's gonna catch up on the rebound on the med side.
Oh, what a day. What a motherfucking day.
Well, that's all, folks.
Hasta la vista, baby.
Goddamn hit. Don't worry, nobody's listening anyway.
As you know, I'm a man of special needs.
Surely you can't be serious.
I am serious. And don't call me Shirley.